Let us discuss angels, their type, hierarchy. We will try to explore how each one look like, according to Bible. Probably you have an idea on what they look like. They're those elegant heavenly beings with long white robes, swan-like wings, and perhaps a halo on top for good measure. Well, except that's not what angels actually look like. According to the Bible, these are biblically accurate angels. These horrifying. So what are these things? Why do they look this way? And how have we got angels so wrong? Okay, so we read about angels from Bible. Many scholars believe the biblical stories themselves are much older. We get the word angel from the Greek angelos, originally from the Hebrew word malach, which roughly translates to messenger. These messengers appear in the Old Testament a number of times. They carry God's messages from heaven and earth and sometimes act on His behalf. In fact, they look like any ordinary person in the later biblical texts, such as Daniel. Some even get names Gabriel, Raphael, and Michael. This all sounds familiar, but they're not quite the nightmare material freak we saw before. There's a hierarchy of them. In the Middle Ages, a Jewish scholar known as Maimonides drew up a hierarchy of angels. And if you look here, your classic humanoid angels, the Malach, Gabriel, Raphael, and Michael, are pretty low down, but not quite as low as cherubim. According to the Bible, Ezekiel 10:14, and each one had 4 faces. The first face was the face of a cherub, the second face was the face of a man, the third the face of a lion, and the fourth the face of an eagle. They're described in the book of Isaiah 6 verse 1-7 as follows: seraphs were in attendance above him. Each had 6 wings. With 2, they covered their faces, and with 2 they covered their feet, and with 2 they flew. And one called the other and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts, and the whole earth is full of His glory. In medieval Christian theology, seraphim is the highest choir of the angelic hierarchy. According to Bible, the ophanim, or simply known as the wheels. They're a pair of interlocking gold wheels with eyes around the outside, and they hover and float in the sky in the same vision as before. Ezekiel describes them alongside the cherubim. Now let's talk little about Michael the Archangel. Only Michael is designated as an archangel by the Bible. Jude 9. The prefix art refers to achieving a principle or a powerful angel. As a result, Michael is risen to the position of an angel above all angels and is now considered the first principle of heaven according to the hierarchy. Jude 1 verse 9. Yet Michael the Archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses, thus not bringing against him a railing accusation. But said the Lord rebuked the. Remember, there is just one angel who holds the angelic rank of archangel in the biblical. And why God created Michael the Archangel? Michael, the great prince who protects your people, will arise. There will be a time of distress such as not happened from the beginning of nations until then, but at that time your people, everyone whose name is found written in the book, will be delivered. Daniel 12 verse 1. He especially protects and defends God's people, whoever they are. Further in Daniel he is referred to as Michael your prince. But first I tell you what is written in the book of truth. When I read about all those creation of the God, I feel so tiny. However, I was so disobedient to God the Almighty. I pray God forgive me. Now, let's find out who all really seen Michael the Archangel. Lee Parsons had an encounter with Archangel Michael. Suzanne Giesman had an encounter with Archangel Michael. Chris Ray had an encounter with Archangel Michael. And above all, Benny Hinn, the man of God, mentioned he had an encounter with Archangel Michael. Thanks for watching, and I request please subscribe and like, and comment to the video. I would love to reply. I really enjoy reading your comments